Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome to the More Than Enough series. I am your host, Jessica Grace, and I'm so glad that you decided to tune in. We are live right now on Facebook and YouTube. We have multiple streams going. We're simulcasting, so I'm excited. I want you to take a moment right now and share this broadcast with a friend. I'm going to go right now in my phone and I'm going to share this to a few people that I know needs to be inspired, some women who are really trying to make some powerful moves before the end of this year. And so that's what the More Than Enough series is all about. Some of you were with us last Thursday when we talked to my friend Crystal Clay, and she's an incredible mindset coach. So I encourage you to go back and watch the replay. But we had an amazing time kicking off the series. This series, More Than Enough, is all about encouraging you to know that you are more than enough. You have everything you need to do what it is that God has put on your heart to do. So if you're trying to go after a new career field, if you're trying to jumpstart your career, if you are trying to launch out into some personal goals that you have or some just different dreams that you have, I want you to know that you are more than enough. So we're unlocking all of the tips, the secrets, the tools, and the things that we use to move forward every day into the purpose that God has called us to. And I am glad to be doing that tonight with my good sis, as they say, my good sis. Her name is Donna Moody. Let me bring her on. Hello, sis.
Hey, how are you?
I am so good, and I'm so glad you're here.
I know. I'm so
Oh,
glad to be here.
just to think that we have only met each other in person one time,
One time.
and
One
we
time that seemed like a
one
million.
and we have become, I would say, practically best friends. I mean, we have just
Yes.
been sisters. We have
hmm
been through, it's crazy. It's only been, has it been 2 years, maybe
Probably been
two?
that lit. Yeah.
And we have,
Yes.
I mean, encouraged each other through so many
Mm.
things. We've supported
Yes,
one
ma'am.
another. It has just been a blessing. So first,
Yes.
before we get into this conversation tonight, I want to know, how have you been, like, just kind of navigating through this year? What's been going on with you? How have things been going?
Everything's been really good. This has been a great year for me. I'm super excited to be on here with you tonight so that, we can pour into other women and just let them know about our journey. So, yeah,
Yeah.
just been working hard on creating content, of course, on social media
Right.
and just working hard. Yeah.
Right. And you've actually grown tremendously this
Yes.
year as a content creator. Like you have, oh my goodness. Tell me a little bit about the growth spurt that you've experienced this year.
Ooh, God is amazing. That's
Yes,
all I can say.
he is.
But literally, I am on Facebook and YouTube. I'm way over 500,000 followers. So it has grown from literally like 200 to over 500,000 in no
Mm,
time. And it's still
wow.
growing every single day. So it has really reached far more than I had expected. So I'm like, okay, everybody's loving the Hey Friend. Let's keep it going.
Yes. Well, sis, tonight I want to take our viewers, I want to take our friends, our sisters into our private conversation.
Let's go.
I want to take them into our conversation, our sisterhood, because it's so good, it's so rich, and it's just so edifying. And
hmm
so, thinking about the times that we're in now, sis, and just, everybody's has, kind of been dealing with a lot of different things. Some of us are not 100% where we want to be in life,
Yes.
and some of us are not doing 100% what we want to do, but we can't
hmm
allow that to affect where we know we're going. And so I kind
Absolutely.
of want you to kind of share Share a little bit about, navigating times when you feel like you should be 100% somewhere else, but God still kind of has you in the middle.
So that could be, ooh, kind of a little stumbling place at times, because a lot of us are very creative and we
Right.
want to do a lot of things at a lot of, like right now, I got to do it, I got to get it done. And so your mind just start flowing, because when you're obedient and you do the one thing that you're supposed to do, the one thing that God told you to do, it starts opening up more doors. And then you
Right.
start wanting to run with those creativities and you don't know what to do with it. So a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times you just look like you're just like, I don't know what to do,
That's
nothing's
true.
working. And so you just have to, I know we've had conversations about it before, but sometimes you just have to just take a moment and you have
Mm-hmm.
to put those things on the shelf. They're
Right.
not going anywhere. You just have to put them to the side because they're going to later develop. Because a lot of times you could just get, so
Mm-hmm.
excited about
Mm-hmm.
doing so many things that you're not, focused on that one thing. So,
That's
once you do that one thing and let it be like an umbrella, then all those other things would be up under the umbrella.
mm-hmm.
And so a lot of times for me, that has been the case, because I'm like, okay, I want to do this and I want to do this and I want to write a
Mm-hmm.
journal and I do want to do a book and then I want to open
Wow.
up more products and then I want to, and it's like, okay, you're going to get to that point, but
Mm-hmm.
what is God telling you to do
Right
right now?
now. Oh
Right now.
my.
So
Yes.
that's what you have to focus on, the right now. Even if it's not going as fast as you want it to, even if you
Right.
feel like nobody's purchasing my product or nobody's logging in or supporting my page, that's the time where you have to be faithful. That's the time where you're being tested to see,
Mm,
okay, are you gonna waver whenever things don't happen later on, or are you gonna stay consistent while things are in the making and the progress of growing.
right. And
So
I love
mhm.
that, sis. That's such a great icebreaker to our talk tonight because, sis, I'm gonna be honest. I was thinking about you and I was like, my sis is the queen of consistency.
Come
If I could,
on.
I know you're Miss Hair today, but you are Mrs. Consistent.
Listen.
And I think that's so good when you're talking about just kind of riding the wave of what God has you doing right now and letting
Mhm.
that be the umbrella and open doors for the other things that God wants to do. So for you,
Absolutely.
sis, kind of talk about your journey because you do have a natural hair and skincare brand. You
Hmm.
are a speaker. You're a powerful, in my opinion, minister. You have so many hats that you wear.
Yeah. Look, I'm
You
like,
have listen, you have so many hats that you wear, but you have been consistent as a content creator to
hmm.
soar, as you said, to over a half a million followers. So talk about your journey of how you started and where you are now.
So for those of you that do not know, I started on social media around 2010. And
Mhm.
now, I cut all my hair off and I wanted to do the natural thing. I wanted to be one of the YouTube girls. And of course, I was finding my way like a lot of us were. So I was looking at a lot of videos and trying to be like everybody else. But over time, after working with a lot of multi-million dollar brands and doing all the shows and traveling, that was so great. Met a lot of people, a lot of networking, a lot of celebrities. But the one thing that just finally came to me was like, I'm sending a lot of traffic to their pages. A lot of people are
Mm,
coming to the events to see me. Why don't I do this for myself? And so
mhm,
I just started cutting off different partnerships and things like that and just started venturing out. And I did start off with a private label, and that's just the process of me telling this journey, because everything don't it's not it may not go the right way the first time, may not go right the second time, but being
right.
consistent matters. Showing up
Mhm,
matters. And so you have to go through the trademark and you have to be approved and all of that fun stuff that no one wants to talk about. And so I
right.
went from that to creating my own, got from private label to creating my own product, which is Donna K Naturals. I
Mm-hmm.
currently have a hair and body butter as well as a hair growth oil. And I've been doing that. And lately with social media, because you guys know I love content, it just really took off one day. And it's not that, it's like, okay, God, what do you want me to do? Because right now, it was the summertime. It was kind of hot, and with butters melting because it's all natural. I was like, okay, well, I
Mm-hmm.
can just wait until the fall comes, reintroduce that to the followers. But right now, the content is growing so rapidly. I'm not just monitoring one page, but several pages, and so my heart and passion is both places, as we talked about before. That's where we, with
Right.
things. Yeah, so I'm just like, God, how do you juggle both things? Because what do you want me to do? And so right
Mm-hmm.
now, it's just been the content creating, and the creativity has been flowing and coming. And the blessing
Mm.
of it all is the followers send me things to review. Like they can already watch the video, but they want to see my reaction. And so I'm like, okay. So a lot of my homework is done. I'm like, I appreciate my followers because I get
Wow.
so much support from people who I do not know. So on the days where I'm like, okay, you know what,
Mm.
maybe this ain't it, whatever, somebody's in my inbox like, I'm glad I came across your channel. You don't know I was in a dark place. You don't know how you helped me. You don't know about me hearing hey friend every day. This makes my morning. My coworkers, we sit at lunch and watch your videos, or people saying that family members all over the world are sending videos to encourage them or to make them laugh. And it's
Mm-hmm.
me. So I'm just like, it's more than just a reaction video. I'm looking at it as ministry as well, as you talk about it, because when people feel like they don't have a friend that they can confide in, they can always come to Mrs. Hair Today page, because I'm gonna say, hey friend, I'm gonna do regular checkups. I'm going to be asking, hey, how are you doing today? Comment. I need
Mm-hmm.
to know where you are mentally. Are you good today? Are you sad today? Wait, did you take 15 seconds out of your day to say, do something for you? So it's just a way to kind of do a little something extra than most people, because most people are buying. Can you buy this? Can you do this? Can you do that? No, 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 no. Let me check on my followers. Are you good?
Right.
And so
Right.
I think those things go a long way. So right now, content creating is my baby. And that's just where I've been with
Mm.
my reaction reels.
I love that. And I love what you said about, you know, sometimes support does not look, it doesn't come from the place that you would expect or thought. And so I want to
Mm-mm.
speak to that right now because I'm sure there are people watching who are afraid. Number one, there's people who are watching who may not have received the support with their
Right.
projects, their ideas. Can you kind of encourage them for a moment in whatever it is that they're doing?
Absolutely. So for the person or persons that are watching at this moment, as I said before, the best thing to do is to show up. You don't
Mhm.
know the day, the moment, the time, the hour, the season, that you may post something, that you may sell something that will catapult. I am a living testimony that I can create a video now and get millions of views in the same day. Where
Mhm.
before I could go on my personal page and I may get 57 views. And
Mhm.
so with that being said, is you're going to come in contact with people who are going to show up and support you no matter what. And just to give a little feedback on that, most of you guys know that I started teaching this year. My followers came through. They went on my wish list. They bought things for my classroom, and I let them in a little bit, in my world. I showed them, how their gifts, how I created the classroom that was needed, and and people were just like, whatever I can do, I'm going to do it. So I'm telling you, don't get caught up with people who want to keep you in a box, who are familiar with you, because people who are familiar, they're not going to honor you. They're not going to
Mm.
support like you think, and they're not going to pray with you. They're going to PREY, but they're not going to PRAY. And
Right.
so a lot of times I don't use a lot of my time on my personal pages. I go over to the pages that I created, because over
Mhm.
there, if I post, oh gosh, I'm having a rough day, you better believe my inbox is jumping. You better
Mm.
believe those comment sections, somebody's down there giving me the word, somebody, you know what I mean? And that's what I love, because I don't know these people. I've never
Mhm.
met them, and yet I've made such an impact in their lives that they want to support. Right now, I probably can say I don't even know how many friends I have that truly are subscribers to my page that pay the monthly fee. But you better believe when I go over there to Instagram, oh baby, they show up over there. They be like, we subscribed. We paid the for $5.99, $9.99, because they're like, honey, we eat that every day. And you give
Right.
content every single day, and we couldn't even, pay you for that because it's free. And so
Mhm.
with that being said, God is going to place people in your life that you are not going to know, that are going to bless you. So
That's
forget
right.
about the numbers, forget about the views. Don't even come in with that mindset. Just show up, do what God told you to do, and be consistent. And when that one day comes, then you're going to look back and say, I'm glad I did it.
Wow. 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 Sis, that is so good. And I am just thinking about, the power of showing up. And I'm really thinking about the blessing that I told you that I got booked for just because I was showing up.
Yes.
Yes,
Hmm.
yes. And so,
Hmm.
the story for those of you who are watching is, I had set up a profile on one of the talent sites that I'm a part of as an entertainer. And lo and behold, a business found me and they booked me based on me showing up on that page. And I'll be honest, I'm a media professional, marketing professional. So
Yes,
I'm
you
quick.
are.
I'm quick to try to have all the bells and whistles. I want the logo. I want the videos. I want all the things. Well, this particular site that I had a profile on was not like that. I just had my name, city, state, and what I do, and they found me there and chose me, so it was the favor of
Mhm.
God. But outside of that, I'm just thinking about how we have to believe in what we do. you know
Yes.
you have to
Mhm.
believe that what you do is going to be a blessing to others. You have to believe that you have something that will solve someone else's problem, whether it's
That's right.
depression like Donna is doing. Donna, you're making people laugh, giving them a break from chaos.
Mhm.
And so that's what we
Yes.
have to focus on in today's time. So I want to give a shout out. We've got some people on, and you guys go ahead and let us know in the comments that you're watching. And I see a lot of people that are kind of watching in and out, but we've got comments. Dr. Tina Edwards, my friend, she's on. And then also Jessica
Yay.
Hill is on. Thank you guys. So listen, post in the comments if you have a question for Donna. She is a social media genius, in my opinion. She has grown on social media to over 500,000 followers, just being consistent, learning the algorithm. And I love, Donna,
Mhm.
how you've been just really going with the trends and adopting them for your brand. Can you kind of speak
Mhm.
to what it looks like to evolve? We're talking about Amazon, all the things that you've been adopting to really make sure your brand is expanding.
So for me, trends are very good. I try to engage. I try to look at analytics. That is so important when you're doing social media. I want to know
Mhm.
what my audience is paying attention to mostly. So I'm seeing which engagement, which video is getting a lot of engagement, and that's where I kind of post. I'm like, okay. So right now we're in DIY season. We know we're getting ready for the holiday. So guess what? People are looking for, fall decorations, because summer has passed, and they're getting all of that stuff out of the way. We have people who are ready for Christmas, so they're already getting their DIYs together. So I do know that DIYs is a very good thing in crafts. Also hacks. We all know we are working moms and we are working dads. I'm not gonna take that away. And we are looking for things that we're trying to work smarter and not harder. So
Mhm.
anytime I can find a great little hack that can save a
Right.
little bit of time, save a little bit of money, they're like, oh my goodness, I am doing this. And so the comments of just like, you know what, I needed this, I'm going to the Dollar Tree, things that people can relate to and go and purchase without feeling overwhelmed, and not just showing all the expensive things, and people, making people feel like they can't relate to it. Like, no, 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 no. Let's do this thing on a budget. I'm gonna tell you how to get this look. I'm gonna tell you how
Yeah.
to do this DIY on a whole budget. Now look, you got $10, let's make it work. And those things matter to people because they can actually do it. And so
Mhm.
just by staying with the trend and seeing things that going on, because on TikTok, it's mostly dancing. And I'm like,
Mhm.
child, I'm too old to do that. Okay. But what I can do, I will bring some videos into your life that are either going to be funny, some things that you can do with your family, with your friends, some games, as I said before, crafts and DIYs and hacks. Those things work for me and my channel. And every day someone says, I learned something every day on your page, every day.
Mhm.
And I'm like, well, that's a great thing, because now you can take something and now you can go and do something,
Mhm.
so those trends, those kinds of things, they work really well. So again, you just have to engage with your audience and make sure you pay attention to what your followers are liking, loving, sharing, and commenting on at all times.
So how does a person find their niche, or find what it is that they want to post about? If, because there's so many different types. Like you're doing reaction videos, and I know you do inspiration and motivation sometime, but you have
Hmm.
so many different types of content. How does the person really choose what they should post for their brand?
I would say whatever you're passionate about, because you going on doing reaction reels may not be your thing. And
Mhm.
you may get on there, you may like to sew, you might like to do hair, you may like to do poetry, you may like to read, or there's so many different things and categories and genres of music and all kinds of things that you can really just tap into. So it's just like, what is the one thing that you can do that you love to do that nobody can stop you from doing or have to make you do?
I
Start
love that.
there. And
Mm.
then what happens is, when you continue to do those things, your followers will let you know, like, oh, well, when you gonna come out with the book? Or you don't
Mm.
have any merch? Well, we're looking for a hat, sis. And they'll start giving you so pay attention to your comments, because they'll give you ideas as well. And you're just like, oh, I didn't think about that. Oh, that's a great idea. Or they may say something like, do you have any classes available? Are you doing any consultations? Can you do this for my business? Do you have any marketing strategies? So again, the door just starts unveiling or opening, and you're able to just tap into different things. But start with that one thing that you're passionate about. Don't try to mimic
Right.
nobody. Just do you and be you. And people will love and accept you for who you are. And I'm just telling you, because I'm a little old girl from the South, and I couldn't even tell you how many times people like, oh, your voice is so soothing. It gets me through the day. If I read something, they're just like, it's just so calm. And I'm just like, what? So people pay attention to the little things. So just be yourself, show up and be yourself, because you don't know what's going to gravitate to them. They may like the way you engage. They may like the way you talk. They may like the way you dress. They may say, oh my gosh, your makeup is beautiful. Well, you wasn't even thinking about makeup. You just went on to try to be cute for a minute. Now they done threw you in a whole nother field. Now they got you in the beauty world. So now you paying attention to lipsticks. And now you
Mm.
done bought some lipsticks. And now you got a brand that wants you to wear their lipsticks. And you see what I'm saying? It's just one
Yes.
thing after the next. It's just collaboration and
Yes.
networking.
I love that. And
Mhm.
that reminds me of when I was telling you about my grandmother's video that
Right.
went
Hmm.
viral. So for those
Yes.
of y'all, those of you watching, I post a video. I'm in the car with my granny, and we're hanging out waiting on my mom to come
Hmm.
out the store. And I just started talking to her, saying happy birthday, what is your birthday wish? You guys,
Hmm.
I posted that video, and it has over 39,000 likes, and it's probably surpassed that now because that was
Hmm.
September 30th. And
Wow.
so it is, and now everybody's like, oh my gosh, you need to make more content with your grandmother. I'm
Hmm.
like, now I got to make sure Granny is okay with it. But when I told her,
Yes.
I was like, Grandma, you done went viral on. She's like, oh my word. She was so
Yes.
excited.
Uh-huh.
So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, and my grandmother is 92. And I feel like, that I just think that that brings so much joy. And so she
Mm-hmm.
was, we were talking, we were like, I wonder why it went viral. And my grandmother said, probably because I'm still in my right mind.
I know. Come on.
And I'm able to
Listen,
talk
that's a
straight and this
blessing.
and that at 92.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I think everyone loved. They were like, oh, she's so beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
this and that. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, for me, so Jessica said, Grandma said she's famous.
I
Listen,
know that's right, Jessica.
I told God, I
Hmm.
said, now God, if you would have told me that all I needed to do was post my grandma to get me to go viral.
Listen, listen, we're gonna do whatever it takes in this season, okay?
But it just, sometimes we can have things, we want to be so picture perfect. And this is something that
Uh-huh.
you fuss at me about all the time, sis, where I'm
All the
like,
time.
wait a minute, sis, I want to have this intro and I want it to be, and you're like, sis, if you don't just put yourself out there and just post.
Post the video. And that's for somebody right now that's watching, that's
Yes.
trying to do everything so perfect. You have plenty of time for that. A lot of times, and I'm telling you, people just want to know what's going on in real life, real time.
Yes.
Y'all know me, I throw a filter on, I only put makeup on because I'm like, child, that's what social media is for. They already got it together. Let's move on. I'm in the car, I'm in the house, I'm in wherever, I'm outside of the game, because everything we do is content. So
Hmm.
when we get in a place to where we don't try to look for, everything to just be so picture perfect and get out of that, it's gonna be smooth sailing. Like smooth sailing. Like don't even worry about it, honey. If you find a day where I'm on here looking crazy, catch me on a good day. And I might put that in. Listen, because as women, we're just like we want. Oh my gosh, I got a pimple. I'm not recording today. Well, today I'll be like,
Hmm.
child, look. Let's address the pink elephant in the room, okay? It is here and it is okay, but I need y'all to stay focused. Back to my video. And people
Right.
love that because they're like, child, can't nobody come in the comments to say anything about her pimple because she done addressed it. And we moving on. So we worry about those little things, which keeps us in a place of not being
Mm.
consistent. Because when you start holding on to that excuse, then the next thing it'll be a ring light. Then the next thing it'll
Mhm.
be I don't have a desk.
Girl,
The next thing
listen.
will be I don't have a backdrop. It'll be something all the time, and you have wasted months of trying to
Mm.
be perfect when you could have just been posting different peas. Okay, different peas.
Trying to be
So
perfect when you could have been
it should
posting.
be
That's
posted.
the content
Yes,
creator shirt for you, sis. I
I
need that
look.
right
That was the
away.
Holy Ghost.
We need that right
Yes,
away.
I
That is
know.
so,
Somebody
so
write that down
good.
because I may not remember.
Listen. Dr. Edwards said that is so me. Oh my goodness.
Yes,
And
yes.
so here's the thing. I feel like if you're not posting, so like I was thinking about myself when you were talking and how I literally am out of space in my phone, sis, because I have hoarded, I have hoarded
Mm-hmm.
so much content. And it's
Mm-hmm.
because of all of those perfections. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? It's just because of all of those where I don't know and this and that. And even on the viral video that I posted with my grandmother, the filter was flickering. And you better believe I was like, "Ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna post this."
I already know you did that. Post it. Because guess what? They're going to look at it anyway. And the
Right.
views are going to go up anyway. And if we're going to
Hmm.
treat what we do as a business, I understand about that, but some audiences don't really care for that. You wait
Mm-mm.
for the partnerships with the bigger brands when they want all the editing, but when people want to know you and when you're building that foundation, they don't care about the lighting. They don't care if your background is blue, green, gray. They don't care if you got a cute green plant in the corner. They just want to hear your voice, know what you're on social media. They want to know what you're doing, what do you have to offer, how are you going to keep them engaged? And that should be your
Mm,
focus. And then you put the decorations on. Then you put the beauty, all that stuff on. But for right now, you just get the real, the raw, the true, and build that foundation. It's just like who we are. We can wake up right now, get on this live without makeup on, and we could come on here and have a whole girl chat. I could put a hat on, you could put a hat on, and we could come on here and talk about women empowerment. We could come on here and pray like no other. And guess what? Them people gonna be on this line. They're gonna be crying. They're gonna be posting and commenting. And yet we are not made up. We are not dressed up. We are not this.
mhm.
So guess what? On the next time when I'm cute, you gonna get cute and you gonna get all of that. You gonna get all, you know what I'm saying? So
Yes,
you can't just stop at that one thing. It doesn't stop your purpose. It does not make who you are. It's just additional stuff. Just,
right,
it helps. It enhances. Later, all that stuff is
right,
just enhancements. But what people want is you. They want what
right.
God has placed on the inside of you. They want that creativity. They want to know how can you, like you said, are you going to be the problem solver? Are you going to be the
Mhm.
person that can help me get through the day? Are you going to be the person that can keep a smile on my face? Are you going to be the person that give me inspiration, motivational
I love
quotes
it.
and sayings and things like that? They want you. Not
Right.
your makeup, not your earrings, not our hair, not our clothing, but they want what God has placed on the inside of us. And that's where your focus need to be, and that's where you have to remain consistent, and that's what you have to remember. Because otherwise you're going to get distracted by the enhancements.
Mm, girl, listen. Last week we had these kind of moments after the comment, and it was like, Fila. I had to have a I had to have a moment. That was good. That was good.
Mhm.
So when you are operating in the place that you're passionate about
Mhm.
and you are focused on being authentically you, it's easy to find balance
Oh yeah.
because I'm thinking about you, sis. You're operating in a place that you're passionate about and you're focused on being you. So, sis, I see you showing up sometimes. You're in the car on your break. Can
Mhm.
you talk a little bit about that? Because a lot of people feel like, oh, I don't have the time. I just don't have the time.
Ooh. Let's talk
Talk about
about that tonight. We all have time. You know that if people say, I got that time today, or I got time today, you have time to create content. Everything you do in your life is content. If you got people out there that are vlogging their lives by waking up in the morning
it.
showing you how they make their coffee and take their robe and put on this and this, you got time. And so
Right.
even today, me and Jessica would schedule times that we need to talk because both our lives are
Yes.
busy. And we will have a certain time, we will put it on our calendar, and on lunch break, we will talk. But I would say,
Mhm.
Jessica, I got 15 minutes left of my lunch break, and I'm gonna go in my car and I'm gonna make this content. Okay. So I'm gonna talk with you later, and I'm gonna go ahead and knock like 3, 4, 5 videos out so they can already be on my page, generating,
Mm.
monetizing, and doing what it's doing while I'm at work. And when I get off of work, I'm gonna go home and create some more, which are gonna throw more on there. So guess what? I have probably created 10 videos in a span of lunchtime and when I got home, and I'm
Wow.
already moving on to the next day. So every time, listen, I could be at the doctor's office, at a
Mhm.
game. If it's quiet, I can record. Okay.
Mhm.
So you have to just, and even like when you going out and you cute, honey, cut the camera on, show who you are, show yourself riding in the car, show the restaurant, show your feet walking, show the food you're eating, and then come back and do a video. Hey, come with me as I have a me day. First, I went to go get my nails done, da 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 da, and boom, people love it. So don't
Right.
ever say that you don't have the time. You just don't make the time. And when you don't make the time, you get behind. And when you get
Right.
behind, then guess what happens? You get weeded out. Because when
Mm.
you don't show up, there are millions of other women who are. There are a million of other women who are online making videos, creating content, being relevant, being in the know, being on the explore page. And when you go in and say, oh, I got my cute background today and I decided to do a video because I felt great. That one little video is just like in one little teeny fish in the big old ocean, just hoping
Mhm.
somebody lands on that page and find it. And that's not going to happen. You have to make sure that you are in that reel of, I'm in there. I'm circulating right along with everybody else. So when you see those other people, you're going to see one of my videos. And that's what I
Right.
think about at all times. So people are like, sis, you are everywhere. And he is and will be. Because when you go somewhere, I don't care if it's TikTok, you're going to see something about me. You're going to hear, hey, friend, somewhere, somehow because that's the work that I put in. And I don't
Right.
let nothing stop me. And even if I get home and I'm tired,
Mm.
I'm like, God, I got to do at least 2 videos. At least, Lord, let me just, okay, put this filter on because it's been a rough day and I'm not looking the part, but it's going to be okay. Hey, friend, girl. And I'm already making my video and I'm going to bed. Post, then I'm going upstairs. And while that's doing what it's doing, I'm already taking my bath, getting ready,
Mhm.
and let it work for me. So you have to get that mindset that everything you do is content and do not let the sun go down
Right.
without posting.
Right.
Post something, anything, quote, do a voiceover. If you feel like you're camera shy, create the content. If you feel like I don't know how to edit, that's no excuse either. Download you a Snapchat. You know what you video when you finish with Snapchat because it plays it back. When you hit submit or send, it goes to your story. At the end of the day, you hit compile. You have now
A
created a
video.
vlog and a video that you can now upload on your social media, on your YouTube pages. And you, my friend, are now a content creator. Very easy. So
Mm.
just don't overthink content creating because it's really not what you think when it comes to like, oh my gosh, it's so hard. It's just a matter of making yourself available to do it.
Ah, this is so good, sis. I love this. This is so, 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 so good. And I'm just, as you're talking, more things are coming to my mind. I'm thinking about, number one, I'm sure there are a lot of people watching and people who may watch the replay and they're like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
what's so big about content creation and being a content creator and why you got to post everything and why do you have to post this? Can we have a testimony service, sis, of how the Lord has blessed and is
Let's
blessing?
just say this
Right,
without saying too much.
right.
Um, just know that there are benefits from posting. It used to be hard back in the day, even on YouTube. You had to get partnerships, you had to be accepted. And now social media is making it easy where everybody is given the opportunity to monetize. That's why a lot of you guys are getting meta information um, on Instagram and on Facebook, and meta pays. Okay, meta pays. So though you have to think about when you start getting those checks coming in, oh, you gonna find something to post. All them lazy days, all them days you thought about the background, and all them things just go right on your mind, honey. Because all you think of is I need to get on and I need to post.
Mm.
Because posting your content consistently when you're being monetized will take you off your job. And I'll just leave that there. If you want to work, you can. But I'm just telling you, when you get serious about it, there are benefits to it, and you better believe it. And I'm not talking about little money. So
Mhm.
when you see a lot of people, you're like, oh girl, that's my favorite content creator. You know why? Because those ads that are running, they're getting paid for. Those views and those comments and people being engaged on their page, you are running the tab up. Okay. So you will get very busy real quick. And those things that you are so nitpicky about, you're going to take a moment and say, you know what? Child, we're going to worry about that and fix that later. Okay?
Listen,
Because
I
what is it, the ninth, the 21st? Yeah, the metas come out.
Girl, and I just thought about it. I need to see what kind of blessing is back there from that viral, my
Hmm.
first little viral
Yes.
video.
Hmm. Yes, because and I know I'm on TikTok, and I am a I've been accepted into the program. It's just so much going on over there. So I will just dump stuff over there. And that's the one thing too, that's just a nugget for those that are really serious about their social media, is whenever you create something. Now I don't try to create on TikTok because it can be a little tricky whenever you post on Facebook, because Facebook does not want TikTok logo on their page, and everybody know that you can't go on Gucci showing Chanel. It's the same thing. They don't want that. So what I tend to do is I'll start with Instagram because they don't have their logos on there, and then I will take it and then post there, and then TikTok, and then YouTube Shorts. Okay, YouTube Shorts is the same thing as Reels, and they do pay. That is something that YouTube offered early on this summer. So for you that say I can't do 10-minute videos or 30-minute videos on YouTube, then just start with YouTube Shorts. They're about 30 to 60 seconds or so. Put that on there and keep it moving. So it's the kind of the same thing, and you're working all your platforms and let them
Right.
monetize at the same time. And even if you're not being monetized, because it'll let you know when you're ready, still do it, because you don't know what video that could pop off, and then you get the reaction and the views and the followers from that one video, and now all of a sudden, boom, they say, hey, welcome to Meta. You are now able to
Mm.
monetize your videos. That's gonna be the best day of your life. Okay. The best day of your life.
That is so, so good, sis. And one thing we also have to be mindful of is different platforms, you get different responses, or you may
Oh
get
yeah.
different traffic. Because I'm thinking about, again, my one little viral video, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it when I posted it on my Facebook page, my professional page, that's where it went viral. Then I think the next day I just thought, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna post this on TikTok. It went viral on TikTok. But I
Mm-hmm.
but I posted it on my Instagram and it did not go viral. So,
Mm-hmm.
we do have to be mindful and just, you don't know what's going to happen. You just have to post.
You just have to do it. And everybody has their one platform. You know
Mhm.
which one is your baby. You know which one, if someone came right now and said you cannot have this platform, you automatically know which one you will give up first. Right?
Mhm.
You know
Mhm.
automatically which one you're gonna say, don't touch this one. Like, I don't care. Y'all can have all these other ones, but this one is my baby. That's how I feel. I'm kind of torn right now because Instagram was my baby. But right now, my Miss Hair Today Reels page, that is my boo. That's
On
my baby.
Facebook.
Yes. And it's growing so much. Like I said, I think I'm at 700 some thousand followers or something like that now.
Wow.
So it's really growing, and I love it over there. There's peace over there, there's support over there. There's my little I mean, it's just, I just like it, and I still love my Instagram, but I just know that if I post on a certain Facebook page, I'm not gonna get that. So I don't
Mhm.
spend my time falling out about, "Oh, my numbers isn't doing up." Okay, it's fine. Okay,
Mhm.
I'm gonna put it over there when y'all want to get on the bandwagon, then it'll be there for you. But until then, we're gonna move over here and we're gonna keep the content going over here because we rolling over here. We
Yes.
rolling.
Yes.
Oh, thank
My
you.
brother said love your videos. And sis, one thing that I love about you, you are so resilient, so tenacious, and just strategic. And I love that because when we're having our sister check-ins, you're like, telling me about some of the hurdles that you run across, with
Mhm.
being a content creator, and how sometimes God may lead you to create another page. Can you kind of share about just, first of all, having God on the inside to lead and
Oh,
guide,
absolutely.
even
Yes,
in this.
absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, because I can look back over, gosh, from doing this since 2010, and There may be times where people don't believe in what you do. There may be times where people may say, "Oh, you're just doing that. You This is a hobby." There's better people out there. There's better quality out there, and that is fine. That is so fine. But you have to know what God told you to do and the purpose behind it all. And when you don't allow any of that to deter, the decision and the content and the consistency, and you continue, as I've been saying all night, showing up, you don't know when that breakthrough is going to come. Because when God tells you something, his word never returns void. We
Mhm.
don't know the timing, we don't know the season, we don't even know when the opportunity is going to happen. But in the back of your mind, if you know, like, okay, this is what I know for a fact I am supposed to do, I don't care. There's nobody here. And I used to say this all the time when I did classes. I don't care if it's one person on this live that's watching. You don't know if that's the next millionaire. You don't know if that's the person that needs a write-off before the end of the year. Because this is a great time for you to put yourself out there, because businesses who have been blessed all year long are looking for write-offs, because they know Iris. Everybody know IRS. We call her Iris. We
Iris.
know that yes, at the end of the year, they need some write-offs, and they're looking to bless businesses. They're looking to see, what this person shows up all the time, consistently. She's doing her thing, he's doing his thing, and we see stories and videos like that all the time. And you don't know when that time is going to be for you. So you have to be reminded daily. You have to speak that thing. You have to read your word. You have to remind yourself. You have to have people around you that are going to constantly tell you when you don't feel like you're good, you're good. When you
Right.
don't feel like you're doing it, go ahead and pick that phone up, and what are you doing? Did you do a goal today? Have those people, those accountability partners that are not going to let you fall into those cracks and make you feel like you cannot have, it won't happen, because it's
Mm.
going to happen. And if you look at everybody's testimony on social media, you see people, the first thing they always tell you is about something that has happened in their life, something detrimental. They could have lost their job, they could have, whatever the case may be, and they just picked up the phone, and people got attached to their heart, attached to their story, attached to their brand, whatever the case may be. And now they're able to just move forward with it. So you have to just really believe in yourself at the end of the day, and know who you are. Know who you are at all times, and don't second guess for a moment, because the people who are laughing or did laugh, oh, they ain't laughing now. You know, they're not laughing now, because guess what? Meta saying, okay. So you just, because people will be like, girl, don't do that, don't do this. They want you to do what they want you to do, and that's not what God told you to do. So who are you going to
Mhm.
listen to? Them or God?
Right.
And we already know, when we go in our own way, when we do our own thing, we're going to be lost. We are lost. And then we have to go right back to the beginning of what the Lord told you to do in the beginning. Just believe his word and don't let your faith waver.
Mhm.
Because as I said before, the same people that are commenting, the same people that are watching right now, the same people that are saying, okay, I feel this is me. You done said something, you done stepped on my toes tonight. You're gonna be right up here doing this same thing. Another empowerment from another woman or another man with another guest on their show, telling somebody else, hey, come on, you can do this too. And so
Right.
it's all just one revolving blessing. And
Right.
each one reach one. And that just goes to show, if I didn't believe in what the Lord told me to do in the beginning, I would have never met Jessica. Okay? We would have never networked. We would have never had sisterhood. We wouldn't be on here tonight. We wouldn't have met in person. We wouldn't be accountability partners. We wouldn't be prayer partners. We wouldn't be any of that if
Right.
I didn't do what I was supposed to do. Everything happens for a reason. The connections, the
Mhm.
network, the collaboration, everything falls in line when you're obedient and do the one thing that you're supposed to do. And if you
Right.
can't make time or take time out of the day to invest in yourself, who else is? Because you give
Right.
everything and everyone else your time. And at the end of the day, you are so tired. You are so maxed out that when you get home, the first thing I'm tired, I'm going to bed. But you done gave everybody your whole day. You don't work hard, you don't went hard, you done did your best. And when you get home, you don't have time to pour back into yourself. So you need to figure out your balance to say, I'm going to do this for me and I'm going to do this for my brand. And even if it's 30 minutes allotted every day, that's 30 minutes more than I've done ever in my life. And so
Right.
you have to just remember that.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Sis, I am digesting. I'm digesting because this is so rich, sis. And I'm also thinking about, as I was saying earlier, just your resilience, even from a technical standpoint, because I remember some of the conversations we've had, and you may run into those technical challenges from, your pages, and you're like, okay, sis, I had to pivot, I had to set this up. So we'll run into technical
Hmm.
challenges, right? Where we just have to
Absolutely.
keep going.
You have to keep going. Y'all, I can't even, and I know but I have to say this. Last year, I cried my eyes out. My page got hacked. I did a bunch of stuff and, trying to get it back, couldn't get it back, lost thousands of dollars. It was just crazy. People were just in there. You just have to be just even more aware of hackers, changing your passwords, you know, paying that 14.99 or more through Facebook so you can get that extra security and things like that where you can track and have that 24-hour chat. Um and so that's how Miss Hair Today Reels page, for those of you who don't know, that's how it got created. I couldn't log
Hmm.
into my pages. I had to start over. After we're talking about building from 2010 now, so this is a hurtful thing, you know.
So from
And I had
2010
just
to
started.
2023, you had a successful page, and then you started Miss Reels page,
That
and that
2022, yeah,
in
yeah. Hmm.
2022.
Yes.
So
20
just
up to
2 years.
2022. Hmm.
So just 2 years, sis, you got to over 700,000 followers.
Yes. So when I say God will give you back double, okay? And so all that little that I was crying about, go ahead. Y'all can have
So
that.
what first took you 10 years? Can we listen? What first took you 10 years, God gave you the grace to start over, even in the midst of
Mm-hmm.
someone hacking your page, and you were
Mm-hmm.
able to go further
Mm-hmm.
faster.
Yeah, it was almost like it was a setup to bless me. It was a
And now you
setup
have
to bless me.
multiple pages with over
Mm-hmm.
500,000 followers.
Mm-hmm. Just a blessing. It went so fast. The backup page went so fast. It superseded like Miss Hair Today page. And I'm like, I could have this page forever. And now, honey, they done high five each other and they're like trying to, do their little thing, and I let them do what they're gonna do. But, and a lot of people may get at that point where they're like, I'm not doing this. I'm not starting over. I'm not, that's it. But that's still a test. That's still gonna say, are you gonna show up? Are you gonna quit? Are you gonna stop doing what God told you to do? Oh, you falling out? You having a temper tantrum? Okay, so what you gonna do now? Oh, you got a plan. Oh, that's your plan B. Oh, okay, let's see how that's gonna work out for you. Not get your behind up and figure it out. So that's what I did. I figured it out. I said, hey, my page is messed up. This is what it is. Y'all come on over. And they was coming real slow. Okay? They was over there just staggering, like they not coming. And I was like, Lord, I'm over here with 100 followers. What is going on? Until one day,
100.
child, they over here just rocking and rolling. I said, wait a minute. Did something happen? Because it was going so fast till every time I would close my page, open my page, 100. And I was like, wait a minute. I refresh it again, 100. I mean, it was just like it was started being so scary. I just kept every time I refresh it, it was 100, to the point where I was getting like 5 and 6 thousand people a day, and I was like, "Hey, whoa, this is way more than where I was," and it kept going like that. I said, "Oh my gosh!" The first thing I said, I was like, "I'm hacked again. I'm hacked again. This is because this is that. I'm just hacked again." But no, they stayed. They're committed, and I keep saying, I said, Lord, I just want to be in a place to continue to show up, to continue to be a blessing, and to help, women, and to pour back into them. And I just want them to know I'm real, I'm raw, I'm who I am. If I got it, I got it. If I don't, I don't. This is who I am. Accept it or move to the next page. And you will cannot be built for the weak, because there are trolls that will wake up every single day, that will come on your page, that will try to tear you down, say the ugliest things in the comments, try to make you feel like what you're doing is just worthless, or you just trying to be like such and such, or you stealing content, and why are you doing this. And it is okay, because a lot of times I don't even have to comment, because the followers, they already got them in the comments. And I
Listen.
just be like, okay, y'all chat it up over there, because y'all just keeping the engagement up for me. So I don't delete that stuff, because
Hmm.
you're running the engagement up, which now alerts Facebook and say, hey, Miss Hair today got a lot of time over here. She got let's just say 100,000 followers that's active in for like 3 hours. Oh, let's bump her up. Let's put her videos to the top, because she giving us traffic, and
Hmm.
that's what they look at. The longer you are able to keep people on their page, on their app, which is now competing against the other apps, the more they're gonna keep you up front. So
Right.
that will also give you the push to continue on and do what you're doing, so that you're not, oh child, she gave us like 10 minutes. Okay, she ain't ready.
Hmm.
She's in the back. We're not gonna put her in the, just yet, because we need to know that when we give her that spot, she gonna shine and bring the audience and the content that we need on our page.
Woo! Brittany said, get your behind up and figure it out.
Yes. Figure it out. Figure it out. It's okay. God gonna be with you all the way. Figure it out. It's gonna be okay. We live and we learn and we grow daily.
Wow. I'm over here getting choked up.
Yes.
So, anyone, if you have a question for Donna, Mrs. Hair today, about her content journey, or just quick tip for you as you are trying to move forward in your journey, go ahead and post it in the comment section. I know Brittany is one of my friends, and sis, she is the TikTok queen in my opinion. Like, as far as finding the good things on TikTok. And so I'm like,
Ah.
Brittany, you need to be posting what you're finding on TikTok.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But she is one of those as
Absolutely.
well. She has a toddler, and she's a wife, and she's faithful in church. So she's probably one of the ones like, sis, I don't have the time. Brittany, go back and
Oh,
watch the replay, because Donna gave us the tips, the secrets on how to get it done.
yes, absolutely. Get it
So
done.
we're moving forward. I know we only have a few minutes left. I do want to let them know, of course, you can post your questions in the comments if you have a question for Donna. Also want to let you all know that we are getting ready to announce a special promo that Donna is running.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Janice says, I'm trying to get started, but it's been rough. Janice, go back and replay this
Yes.
broadcast. You will get
Mm-hmm.
the strength you need to do what it is that you need to do on social media. Y'all post your questions in the comments. So I do want to let them know just real quick before we go into the promo about Donna K Naturals. So they can go to
Yes.
donnaknaturals.com
Mm-hmm.
to get all those good body butters and hair care products. I
Yes.
absolutely love my skin and hair butter, sis. when I say I meant to do a video, but I used it all up. Well, not all of it, but most of it. And it was so good, sis. The shea butter for your hair and your skin. I
Mm-hmm.
used it on my hair when I was flat ironing it. And when I say the silk press was it was beautiful.
I
And I was
remember,
like,
yes.
yes. I was
I
like,
remember
oh
you
my
saying,
gosh.
mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I just, it's like I'm telling everybody, like, I need those testimonies. I was my nail tech. I gave her some, and she hadn't said anything, so I just kind of waited. And she came back. She was like, I I need that. I need that
Mhm.
because she was like, my tattoos, like it brings my shine back. It works good for my skin. And I was like, yes. And that's one reason why I couldn't do it in the summer because it is all natural. You can use it
Mhm.
head to toe,
Mhm.
literally.
Right, right. Janice says, I just love Donna as a person. Hey, friend.
Hey, friend.
I
I
love
appreciate
it.
that.
So tell us about the promo, sis. What are you doing for those who are watching today as it relates to those content creators who want to learn how to grow on social media? How
Hmm.
can they work with you?
So I know I told I wanted to do something special because we are on tonight and I know we are empowering. I know trying to do things that everybody it will be feasible. So if you go to my Instagram page, which is Mrs. Hair Today, as you can see on the screen down below. If you want to go ahead and jot that down, you will go into the bio and click the link. And once you go there, you will hit Linktree, and there will be a tab there that will talk about what it would be if you would like to have a social media consultation. I think that's what it's called, social media consultation. You would just click that link and notify me and let me know. You would also just DM me so I can know exactly who you are and what to look for. So the special would be $99. Which is very inexpensive. So this is something where we do a consultation about your brand, where I can give you some ideas and things like that. It will be a 45-minute session. We can get a lot done. So whenever we come together, we are strictly business. We are on it from the time we get on, and we are going through like a fine tooth comb. So by the time you leave, you are going to not only feel empowered, you are able to go in. We're going to clean up that your social media pages and get you started. So it's going to be really good. If that's something that you are really serious about and ready to invest in, take this offer tonight because it will
Yeah.
not be this any after this live. So please just let me know if you are one of the ones. Just say, hey, this is from Jessica Grace live, or however you want to say, the Empower her journey live, and I will know that that is definitely the ones that we're on tonight. This will be a promo code for you guys.
I love it. I love it. I love it. We got one question.
Sure.
See here. Brittany said, I heard someone on TikTok say if you're creating content for money, you're probably not doing it for the right reason. She said that money wasn't her reason, but it has been the reward. What inspired you to start creating content? So she did talk a little bit about that from the beginning, Brittany, but did you want to just kind
Mhm.
of knock on it just a little bit?
Sure. So definitely not for the money because as I said before, when I started in 2010, it was just a matter of, doing it, being recognized, building the following up, trying to just work with brands. Wasn't really making any money like that at all. So it is a benefit from it. And just basically that is just something I just felt led to do from working with other brands, and it just catapulted into major things. So again, don't do it for money, do it for purpose.
I love it. I love it. All right, sis. Well, I know you have plenty to do. You're an educator. And I was telling them last week, sis, all of the guests that I have for this series, the three of you are all educators.
Wow.
I didn't plan that. I did not
Wow.
plan that. So I know you all have to get up early in the morning. And I'm a substitute
Mhm.
sometimes, substitute teacher sometimes. But
And you have to get up early too.
that, listen, and that's why I hardly do it because I'm not a morning person. So But I'm so excited. We are having a climax. Well, we'll have one more speaker next week and then a climax, and I'll tell you guys about that here in a moment. But before I do, Donna, is there anything else you would like to share with the audience? Any last words you'd like to share with them?
First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for having me. I enjoyed tonight. It was absolutely amazing. And for those that are just logging on and tuning in, please catch the replay. Please go back. Please have your notebooks ready. Take some notes. Get ready to buckle your seatbelts and take off.
Yes,
You just really need to believe in yourself and just know that you are good enough and just really just show up. So this is the season to show up. We are almost at the end. God can do anything before December 31st. And I will want all of you to tap into your goals. Do something. If it's that one thing, do the one thing that you haven't done that you've been contemplating on all year. Do that one thing so that you're setting yourself up for 2025 for a great, prosperous, and awesome year.
I love it. I love it. Well, sis, I love you so, so much. I'm
I love
so
you
grateful
too.
that you were obedient to be a content creator because, like you said, had you not been posting content, we would have never met online. We
Mhm.
would have never became friends, sisters, prayer partners,
Mhm.
accountability partners. And you have
Mhm.
just been, it's been priceless. It has been
Yes.
priceless.
Mhm. I love
I
you
love
too.
you. Okay, sis, I will see you backstage. I have a bright idea that I have to tell you about before
Okay.
this night ends.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. So, you guys, thank you so much once again for being with us tonight. Listen, don't forget, we are continuing the series. Next week, we have another speaker, our last speaker. Her name is Nicole Williams. And it's just going to get even better. I mean, each lady that I have brought on, they have just shared from their heart and from their own experience. Crystal Clay, the mindset coach, she was just talking about how your mind has to be suitable for where you're headed. You have to have the right thought process about yourself. And so I encourage you to go back and watch the replay with Crystal Clay. Donna hit us with the gems tonight. Let us know. Listen, you better create that content because Meta is paying. No, but people are ready to support. I mean, not only is Meta paying, but these apps out here, y'all, they will pay you. And once they see that you are being consistent and people like what you're posting and they want to hear from you, they will push you in the algorithm. So Donna gave us some gems that are priceless. I can't wait to talk to her about this bright idea that I have from tonight. So go on and get this information while it is free. And like I said, next Thursday, same time, we're going to be talking with my friend Nicole Williams. She is such a sweetheart, and she is an author, a speaker, and she has a powerful story. She has a book called Unstoppable. And I mean, you guys, she has been through so, 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 so much in her life. You would be just amazed at her resilience. And so she's going to share about how she's been able to soar as a woman and know that she is more than enough. Even in those times when it was truly hard in her life, you got to come back and hear her story. And then on the 28th, I'm bringing all of my sisters back together. We're going to have a powwow. Everyone who can, yes, we're coming back together. And some other ladies are going to join us on screen. So we're just going to go in and we're going to talk about what makes us more than enough. How do we know that we are more than enough? How do we know that we have what it takes? How do we continue to keep our fire burning and our confidence high? So the 28th at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, the screen is going to be full like Zoom. It's going to be so many boxes. So I want y'all to come and be a part of this climax of the More Than Enough series. I am just so grateful to God for the opportunity to share with you tonight. Thank you so much for watching. I encourage you to go back and watch the replay. Share this with a friend. I'll see you next Thursday, same time, same place. Take care.